dogs.
No, spam.
Oh, spam too, yeah.
Spam and spinach.
I try to block that out of my memory. Yeah, so she was pretty good at
Oh, I love that picture.
making us, providing for her kids. Even though we grew up poor, we never felt poor because we always thought that was what life was supposed to be. And she raised 8 of us, and we all turned out good, all college educated. Some of us own our own homes, and we were always respectful to my mother. Now, she stood about yay big to me and my brothers, but even though we could beat the crap out of her,
Oh my God.
she had the look, and we used to call it the Zelda look.
Oh,
And
look
when
at
she
Nikki's.
looked at you a certain way, you knew not to bring anything up. And every Christmas, we got paddles with the balls on them, and as soon as the balls fell off, she stole them and hid them around the house. So depending what room we were naughty in, she had a weapon ready, and she had to use those paddles because, we were all taller than her.
Did she break her hand once?
All my sisters were angels. They never did anything wrong.
Yeah, I
Michelle-
beg to differ.
Michelle begs to differ. I think we all gave her a little bit of trouble because she would work over at Transitron where TI used to be, and she'd be there all day and left one of the boys to babysit, which was a big mistake. And she would come home, the furniture knocked over, lamps broken, and she would just give us the Zelda look. And we didn't bother arguing with her or anything like that. She was a beautiful woman. That's why she was married 3 times. She kept saying, I don't know why the men I pick are the wrong men. And I said, Mom, did you ever think it might be you? 3 times married? And so she, on her last marriage, she didn't have any children, but she had children by my father and my stepfather, Bill Sullivan. And Bill Sullivan was one of the kindest gentlemen you could ever meet. And it was the only one that she really loved. So I'm the youngest boy. My mother would embarrass me, because like I said before, she came up to here on me. And she would say, this is my baby boy, and put her arm around me, what she could get around me. And it would always embarrass me because she's way shorter than me, but she was fierce, And like I said, we could have all tackled her, but we never did. We always had respect for my mother. I remember Zelda came out one time when I was going to my friend David's house, and we went into the local grocery store around the corner. We stole some flashlights, and we brought them home, and Tom was babysitting at the time, and he said, where did you get these flashlights from? And we said, oh, Mr. Doopy, Dave's father, gave us some beer bottles. And who comes pulling up right then is Mr. Doopy. And Tom goes, well, hey, Walter, thank you for giving the kids some beer bottles. He said, well, I didn't give those damn kids any bottles. So then Tom got the truth out of us that we stole them. And my mother said, you don't go over to David's house for 2 weeks. I said, that's it? I'm not going to get a beating? So while she was at work, I snuck over to David's house, and it was 3 days before summer vacation. And I was riding back through the park, and I slipped under the swing set and broke my leg. 3 days before summer vacation, so the only thing she could do was laugh and say, I told you so, So she did a lot of silly things. Like, I remember her telling me a story how she got on a subway train and the doors closed on her head. This was in the old days, before they had the stop in it, and all people saw was this head hanging out of the train laughing, And my mother was known for, you know, a lot of silly things. One time she was in, I think, seeing my brother play live at the 3-Star Lounge. And she walked into the bathroom with $5 and came out with tissue paper in her hand. And we said, Mom, where's the $5? You can only imagine what she did with it, you know? And Kim, are you going to talk about that dropping off? Or are you talking? Okay, then I won't bring this up.
Don't steal my story.
I won't. I'm sure everybody's got one. And my mother always didn't want her picture taken, but as soon as that camera went up, she became a ham. You know, and as you can see with a lot of these photographs over here, some weird expressions. And we also have a slideshow behind me, and I looked for some of those weird expressions that she used to make, you know. So on each table we have some things that you should fill out, and just say something nice about my mother, and drop them in the box right on the table there as you leave. Okay, there's a pen and there's some cards on each table. And also, if anybody else has anything to say, they can get up. And once again, I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming today and celebrating 93 years of my mother's life. And now my brother Tom is going to get up and say a few words. Tom?